From the fullness of His grace, we have all received one blessing after another.
Hi, my name is HwaJin. I'm a junior and majoring in religion. I was born to a Christian family, and I grew up listening to the Bible stories. One day, my mother read me the story of Jesus' crucifixion. When she said that Jesus, the innocent Son of God, had died for sinners like us, I was really touched by God's love, and I burst into tears and could not stop crying. At that moment, I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior, and I decided to live a life of telling this great story to those who do not know Jesus. A few years later, I had an opportunity to go on a short-term mission trip to Kenya and Tanzania. While I was in Africa, I was fascinated by two things. The first thing was the African children. When I went there, I was a total stranger to them, but they liked to hold my hands and follow me around. The other thing that fascinated me was the people's genuine response to the gospel. When we shared the gospel to them, they were really touched by God's love and accepted Jesus Christ with their pure hearts. Seeing these lovely African children and how the love of God abounded in the land of Africa, I became really interested in mission. When I was a freshman in high school, one day my parents called a family meeting. It was the time when my father just got back from the Philippines, and he began to talk about how much he had become passionate about the souls of the Philippines. And he went on saying that he felt strongly that God was calling our family as missionaries. After 2 months of brief preparation, my family left for the Philippines. On the flight to the Philippines, I was still having this mixed feeling of confusion and excitement because I was not able to see what God had planned for my life yet. When we were in the Philippines, God gave us a piece of land, a town called San Mateo. We started preaching the gospel there. And around the church, there were a few villages where the most of people were living in great poverty. In the church, I served as a Sunday school teacher and a praise leader. When I was serving the church, I was doing it because I was a missionary's kid. I did it as a duty. But later on, as time went by, I changed so much and I became really passionate about what I was doing. Because I witnessed the great changes in people's life of the Philippines after they experienced the love of Christ. When I first went to the Philippines, I often felt really sad. And even sometimes I was really frustrated because of their great poverty and the seemingly hopeless economy, and remnants of the nation's long legacy of Spanish colonialism. But after I experienced the life-changing love of God, in the message of God's love, which turns the life of despair and tear to the life of joy, hope, and purpose, I felt strongly that it was something that worth doing for the rest of my life. Since then, my passion for mission has grown and led me to this point. Whenever I look back and see how God has been working out His calling throughout my life, even though sometimes I was not really conscious of His hands, I became really amazed and really grateful for His faithfulness. Now, I believe that the one who came to me through the Bible stories and had me have these fascinating experiences in Africa and showed me the life-changing part of His love in the Philippines will continually lead my life on His path and fulfill His calling throughout my life.